So welcome everyone. We will be taking our part two of interesting topic, which was Tesla code 369. And when we say Tesla code 369, of course, we are referring to Nikola Tesla, the genius, the mystic. A lot of controversies around certain events that took place, more than 100 years ago, because Nikola Tesla was one person who came up with some brilliant, discoveries or his experiments, findings, whichever way we put it. Today we use, electricity. We use wireless communication. We use light, which is through, the coil and all. So there were a lot of things that we could be thankful to him. And unfortunately, the way things work in the past, we enjoy the radio, the remote control. There are a lot of inventions you can say which really goes to him. Yet there are some mysteries. So he was, let me put it this way. In 1900, when he was working on things, he started working and discovering these things, which is electricity means energy. Energy is not just that, okay, I have energy and we make use of it. He was talking about wireless transmission, wireless communication, wireless transmission of energy. And of course, any such scientist would need funding. And at that time, he was working with JP Morgan, a very prominent US businessman, and the whole bank is on his name, if you have heard the name. So he was getting funding and everything was good. But then at some point, there was a conflict of interest. Conflict because he was developing energy which can be transmitted, right? Because this was not just wireless communication, but wireless transmission of energy. So if you could transfer the energy wirelessly, then what happens to all the electricity network? What happens to all the investment that has already been done in? And not only those things, when it came to 1932, that was another turning point when he was ready to kind of harvest energy out of cosmic energy. So you're getting energy from the universe. You don't need to store the energy. And imagine then you don't need a lot of those technologies or investment that was there. So the fundings were cut, and fundings cut means obviously you are destroyed as a scientist. And things like that happened. And then obviously his lab and other things were kind of gone. And after him, all the major part or the critical part of the documents, the research or the things that he had, including this 369, they were taken away by agencies and never to be seen again. So that's the kind of controversy or conspiracy theory, sometimes people call it, is around Nikola Tesla. But certainly the work that we are aware of, his findings, he was fascinated with 369. And to an extent that people say, even if he has to use, kind of a paper towel to clean, say he's cleaning his desk, he will take 3 sheets of paper, not just one. That much he was into this 369 code. So what is this 369 code? This is simple as understanding the numbers. So for him, it was all the numbers, and it was going into the digital roots and some different ways that he had, which people were aware before the documents vanished. So basically, the life, any life, not just human life, how it starts with a single cell, and then the cell divides. One cell will become 2, then 4, it's just doubling up. So if we start with the number, of course, 0 is 0, so you start with 1. And if we say 1, 2, 4, 8, 16 means it's doubling up. And then you add, because from single digit, it goes to double, and then triple digit, and so on and so forth. When you add all the digits, what number at the end you get? So if you see here, you get a pattern. You get 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, and so on and so forth. It just continues. So between 0 and 9, what we say the numbers, of course, we omit 0. So 1 to 9, here you have the 1, you have the 2, 3 is missing. You have 4, you have 5, 6 missing. You have 7 and 8, 9 missing. So out of 1 to 9, there are 3 numbers missing in this series, 3, 6, 9. Now, if you half the number, so again, life starts from 1. If you half, so 0.5 and so on, what you see the same pattern, 1, 5, 7, 8, 2, 4, 2, kind of missing 3, 6, 9. So is this a coincidence that 3, 6, 9, these 3 numbers are missing? So, okay, forget 1, forget 2. Why? Because in the previous series, 1 you develop becomes 2. So 2 is already part of that. So what is the next number? 3. So if you start with 3 and double, same methodology if you apply, what happens then? You say 3, 6, 12, 24, 48, you keep doubling and then do the same, keep adding. What do you get now? 3, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6. It was missing before, now you're getting it. Start with 3, but half, just like we did it with 1. What do you get? From 3, you get 1.5, then 0.75, and so on and so forth. Keep adding them. 3, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6. So we started with 1, 2 is a part of it because 1 doubling up 2 comes, so same series. 3 we just talked about. 4 will be again part of the original series because 2 double up becomes 4, right? Now, if you start with 6 here, so you get the same result. Same result in the sense, when you take 6 and double up, so 6 becomes 12, 24, which in a way you can imagine if you are doubling up, 3 double up becomes 6. So you can imagine 3 and 6 will give you the same results. So this way, if you really see, you are getting 3, 6, 3, 6. The remaining number you are getting, one missing number is still 9. So 9 stays out. And if you see the left and the right side, 1, 2, 3, and 4 as one group, and 5, 6, 7, 8 as the other group. So 3 is controlling the number 1, 2, and 4. 6 controls the number 5, 7, 8. And 9 is controlling 3 and 6. So, it's like the glands in our body we have. And we say pituitary gland is the master gland. Means we have different glands. They do individual functions, but master gland is pituitary. So 9 is equivalent to pituitary gland, which is pituitary is nothing but the crown chakra. 7th chakra, what we call it. That's why it's known as crown. So 9 is like that. And if you take 9, what happens? If you double up 9, 18, 36, 72, you get only 9. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. No other number. So you see here, even if we half, so if we start from 9, you do 4.5, 2.25 and all, still we get only 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. Now, every number has a frequency, just like alphabets. So it's not just what happens, it's just a number. So different ways that we know the world today. Like, for example, if you take, what are the most common things that we see, whether it's planets, stars and all, we say, okay, they appear to be a circle. You take the degrees. A circle has full 360 degrees. You add them up, becomes 9. If you half it, half circle, 180 degrees, again 9. You say, okay, quarter. Or even going 45, you get 9, 9, 9, 9. Now, remember, this is circle, but if you go for internal angles of any polygon, you say triangle, rectangle, open, means with the 3 sides, 4 sides, 5 sides, whatever sides you are taking, you add them up, the internal angles, it becomes 9. No other number, just 9, 9, 9, 9. Now, what's the value here? What's, we are trying to see here is, you see triangle, 3 sides, rectangle, 4 sides. As you are increasing the number of sides, it's becoming closer and closer to a full circle. What is a circle? Infinite sides. It becomes circle. So 9, doesn't matter, you take 3 sides, 4, 5, keep on increasing, become full circle, still remains 9. So 9 is representing from, you can say, singularity to infinite of space, because infinite sides makes a circle. In the universe, we know every planet, they're rotating at such a high speed. There is no kind of a square planet or hexagon planet. They're all circle. And we know friction. There's that. There are many reasons theory may support. Sun, stars, there is a reason. So when you see from universe point of view, the distance between Earth and the sun, we are talking about diameter of the sun, right? And you add them up, use the diameter of Earth, you add them up, everything comes to 9. Your diameter of moon, speed of light, you add it up, relationship with time, number of seconds per hour, whether you are saying seconds in a day, seconds in a week, in a month. Duration of pregnancy is 9 months. So you see, there is a lot and a lot of key things. We are not talking about small, but relationship with life, relationship with the universe. There are certain things we can create our own, but there are certain things universe has created. Frequency of universe is not what we have created. We call it Ohm frequency, unit frequency of Earth, frequency of universe, which is 432 hertz. Again, you add, it becomes 9. So when you talk about Japmala, there are 108 beats in it. 108 repeats so many places, so many ways. There is, in fact, the whole kind of a book on this, that how 108 is a holy number. It's not randomly that, you have. Whether you talk about Mahabharata lasted 18 days, the war, 9 chapters, describing everything. So, ultimately you will see this number coming again and again. Now, 9, when we say, in a way, it represents everything and also nothing. What does it mean? Nothing means 0, everything means 9, like we have seen. So 0, what is 0? Is Shunya. What is Shunya? Shunya, as we say, is nothing, means it represents a person looking inward. When you come to a stage and you say, okay, there is nothing, means you are only looking inward. Not worried about outside world, outside universe. You cannot see anything inside. That's why it becomes Shunya. Outside we can see, so we describe everything. We can describe hundreds and thousands of miles. This is there, that is there, planet, which, you don't even know exactly how many light years we are talking about. But inside you see nothing. That's why Shunya reflects nothing. That doesn't mean there is nothing inside. It's just you cannot see. 9 represents outside the universe, all the symmetry, all the wonders in the sense of formation. You can see, and that reflect that power of the universe. So 0, we say Shunya, 9, we say Purna number. That is what is everything. And when you change 0 and 9, the digital root doesn't change. For example, in this 708 or 798, the root number remains the same. It doesn't change. You can multiply anything by 0. Of course, it remains 0. You multiply anything by 9, the digital root still remains 9. Because 0, we know anything you multiply becomes 0, so it's straightforward. But 9, when you multiply, the digital root remains 9. Now, you see, if you add all the numbers 0 to 8, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 like this, it will give you 9 as a digital root. So there are ways that we can see the power. Every number has frequency. We are talking about energy. Now, we are not talking about something that is just somebody discovers or, eureka kind of moment. We are talking about thousands of years of wisdom. Whether you go any kind of, reference, you can go to Ayurveda, you can go to Purans, you can go to different texts. You will find different references kind of indicating towards the power. And our old masters, Rishi Munis, they knew it. Now, again, one example is, talking about this topic to one of the master, and it came about, mandala and Rangoli, and in fact, she said, yeah, now she understands that why we do this and the beauty of this. So it's not just simple design and all, but after 369, she understood this well. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you see, there is a lot of symmetry, and this is in our culture, right? There is a geometric similarity for a reason. The numbers, the angles, as we have seen, it reflects energy. Number 9 is the most powerful, and all these geometric, the angles and all that gives you energy. So these type of things were introduced in our life by great masters, Rishi Munis, and how they were doing it, that, okay, they will use the rice atta and they will form this. There is no fancy colors or fancy things, in the olden times, or mandala and other things you will see many places. These are just a kind of two reference examples. Why? Toran, like if you see, there's always pattern. You go to temples or any worship place, you will see these patterns, angularities, not just random something is being created. Why? These angles, these numbers have energy. So it gives positive energy to the place, whether it is your house, whether it is your important place, you will always find a reason behind the architecture. And different civilization, I'm not saying just go for Indian and all, go to any civilization, anything that is old and all, the architecture will reflect some patterns, angles, and all those, because it brings certain energy. Also, when they were making it with this, the rice thing, or there is a reason for particular design, particular time of the day they would make in the morning. Typically, you will not see any random time, but typically if you go to villages and all, you will see in the morning. So why in the morning? Because the sun is rising, the positive waves are coming at the beginning of the day, and you want your whole day to be positive. And again, we are not talking this now, we are talking of hundreds of years of this kind of tradition we have. Forget the internet and all those communication and things right now. At that time, this was a yantra. This was a technology to give you positive energy. People were making it in front of their house, and it was not a waste. The pattern gives energy, and the rice powder that they were using it, atta, will be the food for the ants. So nothing is wasted, given to the nature, and the energy comes to you. Now, why? Because you see, your thoughts comes as a very important point in your life, as a sense it has the most impactful thing actually what we have. And this is in Ayurveda. Out of the 6 steps, anything happens in your body, the root cause comes to thoughts, then comes your lifestyle. So most important thing, your thought, then comes lifestyle. And that is what is causing certain imbalance in your energy in the body. When there is an imbalance, because if your thoughts are negative, your lifestyle is wrong, you will have imbalance. When there is imbalance, what happens? Toxins starts accumulating in your body. When you have toxins, what happens? The body will say something. It will give you symptoms. Hey, something is wrong. We don't recognize it, then physically the problem comes in our body. And then when we see physically something wrong, we run to a doctor and all and take medicines and all. But where it started? Your thoughts. We have so many neurons, and neurons are not just in your brain. Neurons are there actually in your heart as well. So don't think brain has everything to do with all the thinking and decision making. No. What happens? We are either not focused or focused on the wrong thing throughout the day. What is our default mode for the most of the time in a day, most of the days in a year? Our default mode is all what can go wrong, what someone did wrong to me, or what did I do to someone, all kind of negativity. You turn on the TV news, oh, it's all negative. Newspaper, whatever has gone wrong is the most. Some positive news will be very less. So what happens? Whole day you are bombarded with all negativity around you. So what happens? It drains your energy. So the more time you are spending in this anxiety, negativity, what happens? That's what reflects in your behavior, your thinking. So everything becomes more and more negative. At any given time, you will have tons of tasks undone, pending task, forgotten task, all those kind of things. What it does? Creates more negativity. So what happens that every time if you are chasing your tail in a way, you just go in circle, you spin your wheels, you don't achieve what you are intending to. So that's where then people say, I want this in my life, I want that in my life, but there is a lot of noise, chattering, your brain is going like, lots happening, but nothing is resulting. Why? Because of the negativity, because of the environment, because of the kind of thoughts we are having. And that's where the affirmation comes into place. Now, some people will say, I want something materialistic in life, a house, a car, wealth, nothing wrong in it. Okay. Some people may say, I want to improve my music, my sports, my career, spirituality, I want to improve my sadhana. I want to go higher up, improve my consciousness, because we all have individual frequencies. We want to improve that. That's what consciousness is. It's all okay. Some people will say, is it correct to ask something from the universe? Am I going against my soul plan if I am trying to ask something which I don't deserve? So there is what I have understood is you can ask anything you want. Remember, always, you don't get what you desire. You get what you deserve. So I may ask anything. If I don't deserve, I will not get it. I will only get when I deserve it. Deserve in what sense? My karmas, I have to do some good deeds. No, your consciousness, your frequency, as I was talking about. You have to improve your frequency, which is nothing but consciousness. And as you improve your frequency, your level of what you deserve changes. Whether what you deserve spiritually, whether you, another, whatever, whether it's a career, some other wisdom, something that you're looking in your lifestyle, or whether it is just simple, you want to improve certain element, as we talked about music, sports, or whatever, relationship, communication, whatever that is. So one should not have guilt, oh, I'm asking something for free. No, no, no. You have to work to get it. Yes, affirmation works like a magic. You ask and you get it, and you may wonder, wow, I didn't spend anything other than my thoughts and I got it. So don't underestimate the value, the power, effectiveness of your thoughts. Your thoughts can make you sick. Your thoughts can heal you as well. Thoughts, number one, and this is Ayurveda, more than 5,000-year-old literature, wisdom, power that we have, not something someone just came up now. So understand the power of your thoughts, understand the power of 369. If you can combine the both, that's what Nikola Tesla was doing. So before we get into that, one thing with affirmation you have to always consider is you have to be very clear about your affirmation. Don't copy paste from someone and think that, okay, it worked for him, he's successful, I'll be too. No, no, no. Each individual, we are different. Listen to your heart, talk to your heart. We don't. We have lost that touch in this today's digital world and whatnot. We are going away and away. And that's why, when you are in silence, silence means in a peaceful place, whether it is a worship place, whether it's mountains, whether it is some retreat, all of a sudden you find calmness in your heart, in your entire thought process. Why? Because now the chattering has gone down. No cell phone, no work, no this, no that. So know what you want. Talk to your heart. Once you know what you want, it has to be for you. Don't think I want for my parents, my kids, my X, Y, Z, for whole world. First, work on yourself. And remember, if you go back to my video of affirmation very quickly, remember just easy, 4 Ps. So it has to be positive. It cannot be reverse of negative. Don't say, I am not sick. It is still negative. Doesn't matter you say not sick. Say, I am healthy. Okay, positive. It has to be present tense. Like you are explaining to someone, hey, I won a lottery. Don't say, I will. Will is a future. There is a doubt. No, whatever you are saying has to be present and means you feel as if you already got it. So it has to be present tense, it has to be positive, and you are creating positive elevated emotion inside you. You cannot just say, I have a car, whatever car you want, but inside you are doubting. I know it's very difficult. How will I get? It's very costly. You want to do good in sports, whatever tournament or some level that you have in mind, and you are saying, yes, I want gold medal, for example, and then you're doubting, that guy is much better. How will I win? You have to trust. You have to trust that you deserve it. Don't worry. If you don't deserve it, it won't come. So don't worry about it. You have to feel it. You have to raise your frequency that, yes, I deserve it and I got it. You have to live in that, feeling the emotion. Don't doubt. Universe will take care. You don't deserve it, you won't get it. Don't worry. So why affirmation? Because affirmation can guide you in a direction which is, overall, whatever your consciousness, your frequency allows you to go to. So what is this code 369? We saw the number, we saw that every number has energy, we saw that every number has power. So coming down on affirmation, using this simple, very simply, what you do is, you can do without 369 also. Affirmation works. Like I've talked many times before. I can give you so many examples of my own, of youth starting 7 years plus, young, or middle age or old age. Age has nothing to do with this. It works. We are just talking about, can we increase the power of your thoughts? Then yes. How do you do that? Some of you may have heard the name Abraham Hicks, and you may have heard the technique of 17 seconds, but this is my belief. When I refer it to Tesla 369 code, use 34 seconds, and I'll explain you why. 17 seconds doesn't give you 369, but 34 seconds gives you the power of 369, because the sequence comes 369 and not 639. And that's the beauty of 34 seconds. So if all the books and everything if you read 17 seconds, don't worry. The reason here is because it gives you perfect 369, not 639. That's the reason I believe in 34 seconds, though the texts, many places, especially Abraham Hicks, you will see 17. So what is that? First, start with one affirmation only. Don't try to do 5, 10, and then you lose because you cannot feel it. You cannot stay in that emotion, because that is the key thing. Try with one, whatever is important at this time. Don't do something that after 10 years, I want this, and you're waiting, you may lose interest. something what is current now in your life. So one affirmation, do it 3 times. So what you do is take 3 times of the day, morning, afternoon, night, for example. In the morning, you are doing it 3 times. You have affirmation. I would say write it. You can speak in front of mirror, you can talk to yourself, but when you write, your writing and your thoughts, the energy doubles up because it goes through that section, because your brain has 19 sections that we can kind of divide the brain into. So it's going exactly where the creativity and your growth is coming. So that thought really, when you write, becomes more powerful. So that's my recommendation. So suppose in the morning you're writing 3 times. Keep the notebook just for this. Don't have everything in one. So let the energy be just a formation notebook. So in the morning you write 3 times. And as you're writing, feel it. Give approximately 34 seconds. Now, I don't want stopwatch and all, but just practice. So you are doing it 3 times, you write 1 time, and just take your time. Take 34 seconds each time. Feel it. Even if the sentence is complete, feel it. Then do the second time, then do the third time. So total, you would need about 102 seconds, which is the digital root will be 3. In the afternoon, right? And no fixed time that, okay, 12 noon or 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. Pick a time. Do it 6 times. Same 34 seconds, it will come to 204, right? Just under 4 minutes. And the root comes as digital root is 6. In the evening, before you go to bed, do it for 9 times. Same 34 seconds. You're roughly 5 minutes, so it's not taking too long. Write it, feel it, visualize it. It will come to the root of 9. So pick one. You're picking 3 times in a day, and then you're picking 34 seconds each time. Overall, it will come to 306 seconds, or 204 in the afternoon, or 1 in the morning. Now, is it just a random thing? What we know, or what I can share with you, the understanding that the way the brain works, if I relate it with quantum physics, this Hebb's rule that neurons that fire together wire together. What it means simply is the neurons, the thought process, when it repeats, different neuron comes and form a circuit. The more and more we repeat, the firm that circuit becomes. And this has been proven in many different experiments we have talked about in our quantum physics session as well. Background, the same methodology is happening here. As you are repeating, making it firm and firm, as you are visualizing what is happening, not only you are visualizing properly because you have one item, you are doing it in a time which is supporting the energy of the number is in your favor, but also when you do 3 times a day, in a way, whole day, you are supported with this positive energy. That means it's not like in the morning, I think, and the rest of the days I have doubt whether I'll get that job or not, or there are so many candidates, I don't know. All the negativity comes in. But when you do this 3 times, it's like getting positive energy 3 times a day. Most importantly, before going to bed, you have the most powerful energy with you, because during the sleep is the time when you will be going from beta brain waves to, depends, how calm you are and all, but whether you go to alpha, you go to theta, or I mean, who knows, you may go to gamma in your meditation or sleep. These are the 2 times when you get into this. So if you do just meditation, whether it's in the morning or whatever time it is, absolutely do that part before. During meditation, you don't have to think about it. Please, during meditation, no thoughts, don't keep thinking about it. Just remind your subconscious mind, do this, get into meditation. That doesn't mean you have to do meditation 3 times in a day to support. All I'm saying, whatever time you are doing, if you do just before this, because before sleeping, it is supporting your needs. Now, whether you do for 21 days, whether you do for 33 days or 66 days, It's just, again, we say 40 days is a mandala, means habit forming. Sometimes people may feel 21 days is enough for habit forming. Just try it. Yes, if it comes true, whenever it comes true, different things take different time. There is no rule or guideline. But do it properly means with full faith, full energy. And then once it is true, once it has come true, you can change the topic. You don't have to stick with that because it has already come true in your life. But remember the basic rule of affirmation, follow those positive energy, positive feelings, positive, the sentence part, and then just go with the positive emotion and feel it. So masters, this way, you can use, this Tesla 369 code in your benefit. And then this way, what you can do is you can be benefited with this. Thank you. And we'll take question answers now.